Hey, what's up? Paul Casper here, and I just wanted to put together a real quick thing for a web design class here saying, common question I get is, where do I start? Well, I just want to take a few minutes here and just kind of walk you through the process of getting set up, whether it be a new website for, say, Apple or a new assignment. All you have to do, first thing, is every website has a root folder. So we want to create a new folder on our desktop. So I'm going to create a new folder here, and I'm going to call it practice root folder. And this could be for any website you do from now until the history of the world. Double click on that, and in here I'm going to put my images folder. Put an images folder in there right away because chances are I'm going to have some images anyway, so I might as well just get that out of the way. So step one, make a root folder. Step two, when you're going to do that with Dreamweaver, we need to do the very important site, new site. Create a new site in Dreamweaver. So what you're basically doing is you're just linking your root folder from your desktop and you're linking it into Dreamweaver so Dreamweaver can catch all the things that we might do, and it really does our file management more than anything here. So I'm going to go site, new site, and I'm going to call this practice root folder. Now the key here is to make your to link here with the browse. Hit the little browse button, and on your desktop, find the file, and I'm going to my practice root folder, link to that. So choose, save, and I'm going to deny. Okay, that was weird. And if you take a look in the files panel here now, notice we've got our name practice root folder, and I have a whole bunch here just because I've made a whole bunch of websites and I've got a bunch linked in right now. I'm using the practice root folder right now. You'll probably just have one or two. And I've got the images folder. Next step before you can even start making a website is you need to make a new page. So we'll go File, New, make a new HTML page, and you could do the title here if you want, or do it in the code in the title tag. I'm just going to add it here. Practice root folder. You want to title all your pages. I'm going to stick with the HTML5 doc type, and I don't have a style sheet made yet, so I'm just going to ignore it. Click Create. We've got a new file. Hit Command S or File Save before we do anything else. I'm just going to save this page, and the first page of every website, so the browsers can find it, is called index. So I'm going to call this index, make sure it's saved in my root folder. Click Save. Go back to the Files panel. If I take a look, I've now got an index page and I've got an images folder. No images for this little lesson, but I have a folder there just in case. It's going to help you get set up for later. Have my index page, and now we can go ahead and style and add what we want. So here's the HTML area. You can add your code to build the site. I think one last thing, maybe what I'll do is I'll just link to a style sheet just so you guys can see that one more time as well. So I'm just going to do that in the CSS Designer panel, and I'm going to create a new source. So this is going to be a new CSS file. It should be external. I'm going to call it styles. And by default, it should save it into that root folder if you're following the exact process that I did now. If you're not sure, you can click the Browse button and just make sure, and it is in my root folder. Styles. Make sure I click Save. I want it to link, be an external style sheet. Click OK. And now we've got a style sheet linked. We've got HTML pages to work on. And so now it's just a matter of adding selectors, changing properties, and making sure that we've got the accompanying HTML tags in the code. I almost forgot. I also want to add, once you get a site linked into Dreamweaver, notice our file panel is very beautiful right now. It's got nice organized things. If you want to rearrange files, rename files, or anything of that nature, do it within Dreamweaver. That way Dreamweaver is going to know what you're doing and will be able to help fix and update links, or whether it be to new pages, or it can also be to new other images, that kind of thing. So if you rename files, do it within Dreamweaver. Don't do it on the desktop. So once I get that root folder linked to Dreamweaver, I'm pretty much just living in Dreamweaver world for a while. What I might do on the desktop is add images to my images folder, but that's about it. Everything else I'll try to do within Dreamweaver as much as I can, just to keep that connection, that link. So, quick review. Starting a new website. 1. Make a new root folder on your desktop. 2. Link that root folder into Dreamweaver through the Site New Site method. 3. Make a new web page, a new HTML page, and I'll save that to my root folder and call it index. 4. I use the CSS Designers panel to create a new source to make a new external style sheet. Again, make sure that style sheet is in your root folder as well. Once you get the style sheet linked, you got an index page, and you've got everything linked in the Dreamweaver, the real fun begins to create your very own website.